Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. I am having way too much fun creating these USA patriotic wreaths. I love the red, white, and blue combination. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's so much fun. And today is no exception. I had a lot of fun making this wreath. I'm using 10-inch Deco mesh and creating another red, white, and blue July 4th patriotic wreath. Why don't I just get started and I'll show you what I made. I'm going to be using the 14-inch wire wreath frame from the Dollar Tree and this 10-inch by 10-yard poly deco mesh in white, blue, and in red. Some pipe cleaners, you can get these at any dollar store. These wooden stars from the Dollarama, and I'm going to be using spray paint, but if you want, you can totally use white acrylic paint. And of course, I'm going to be using my regular crafting utensils to create this project. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint my stars white. A little tip somebody told me, thank you very much, is to put some masking tape down on wax paper with the sticky side up, and then I'm going to stick the stars on that sticky part. And it's so much easier to paint. So I'm doing 2 rows of my wooden stars. Then I'm going to take this out to my garage, give it a quick spray paint a couple of times, and that'll create those white stars for us. And of course, we're going to cut our deco mesh today, and our magic number is 10 inches. So we are cutting the deco mesh at 10 inches, which is going to create a 10 by 10 square. So I'm doing all the cuts at 10 inches for the white, for the red, and for the blue as well. For our number of cuts that we're going to be doing today, the white deco mesh, there's going to be 32 pieces at 10 inches. The blue, there's going to be 21 pieces at 10 inches, and the red, there's going to be 11 pieces at 10 inches. Once we have it all cut, I'm just going to lay my deco mesh down with the curled side up. I'm going to turn it such that it creates a little diamond shape, and then that top corner I'm going to bring right down to the bottom. I'm going to hold that there, and I'm going to create a little bit of a triangle here, so we have the flat top and then the pointed bottom, creating that triangle. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my thumb and middle finger down and push out, just stretching that deco mesh. And then what I'm going to do is take that corner and bring it towards the thumb. And that's going to fold that right in half there. And then I'm just going to rotate it 90 degrees, and I'm going to bring the flap over. So this folded edge is going to meet that other folded edge. So I'm just going to bring it down, lay it on top, and then we're almost done creating that first little petal. You can see the triangle goes to the right hand side. Then I'm going to gather all right at the middle, and there's our first petal almost all made. First, I'm just going to grab a pipe cleaner that I've cut in half, place that right on the bottom there, or in the middle I should say, and then give it a couple of really good twists. A little tongue-tied there for a second. And then I'm just going to cut that excess deco mesh off. We don't need it. It'll be in the way, so I'm just going to cut it off. And there is our first little petal created for our USA petal wreath. I'm going to do the exact same thing again. So we're taking that top corner, bringing it down, creating that beautiful triangle. Place your fingers, stretch it out, bring that corner down to your thumb, rotate it 90 degrees, and then bring those folded edges together. Once that's all done, gather it right in the center. Grab a pipe cleaner cut in half. Just wrap it around where your thumb is and fingers. Give it a couple of really good twists. And then we're just going to cut that excess off so it doesn't create so much bulk. And we have our second petal all done. And of course, I'm going to do the red, the white, and the blue, all with the exact same pattern with the amounts and the cut lengths that I showed you just a little bit earlier on. So here I'm just whipping through all the different colors. And once I have all of my little bundles made, we're going to bring back that wire wreath frame. And I'm going to do 2 sections in the blue, and 4 sections are going to be a mix of the red and the white. So what I'm going to be doing is using all of those wires, but to attach the first one, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using the 2 inside wires right here. Then I'm just going to place our little bundle with the pipe cleaners wrapping around the first 2 inside wires, and then I'm just going to twist those pipe cleaners around, securing that in place. And for the second one, I'm going to line it up, but this time I'm going to use the 2 outside circles, and I'm using the same method of attachment. I am just wrapping it around those 2 outside wires and giving it a couple of really good twists, and we have our pattern starting. So we're going to do 2 in a line of the white, and then we're going to do a red that's going to be in the 2 inside circles, or 2 inside wires. And then I'm going to repeat the same pattern with the white, 1 on the 2 inside wires, 1 on the 2 outside wires, and then we'll do a red on the inside 2 wires, so the middle 2 wires. And you can see here I'm working face down. It was a lot easier for me to work face down than to have to flip it over all the time. But here is the pattern that I'm creating. We're doing 2 of the white, 1 of the red, 2 of the white, 1 of the red, so on and so forth until I go all the way around. And here I am completed with the red and white, and now I'm going to do the same pattern but just with a solid blue. And you can see that solid blue with our red and white stripes, making that USA flag really come to life. And when I started fluffing it up, I kind of noticed there was some little spaces right where I'm pointing here with the white and the blue. So what I decided to do is I'm going to add into those spaces those extra bundles that we created. Of course, all these are included in the amounts that I showed you earlier on. The outside frame does have a little bit more circumference area, so that's why I added a little bit more. And you can see here, my stars are all dry. I'm going to take them off the tape, which worked perfectly. So thank you. I can't remember your names. There was a couple of people who mentioned this little tip and trick. I love it, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it was fantastic. And our final results, I am just going to add some finishing touches with those white stars by gluing them down. And look at this, our red, white, and blue paying tribute to the US flag. And I just love this method and how this wreath turned out using that poly deco mesh and those petal methods. And I really hope you enjoyed this red, white, and blue wreath as much as I enjoyed creating it. Here's some bloopers for you. Enjoy. And that July 4th. Why did that just escape my mind? Red, white, and blue, July 4th. Did I say that correctly? Well, I'll have to do it again to find out now. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. That is my mind. Thank you so much for joining me today in creating this USA red, white, and blue wreath. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new project. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.